We are in Chicago at Wrigley Field. A lot of National League Central Division matchups this week for the Pirates, and another one starts tonight. A four-game series with fourth-place Cubs. Coming up next here on MLB The Show 16. Hello fans, I'm Jipler. Now that the introductions are out of the way, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Pittsburgh Pirates. See, Joe Random's average has spiked to almost 640 now. Also, Mike Anders consistently hitting 300 now as of yesterday. Chris Larson stands in now, the rookie pitcher making his debut this year in the majors. Here's Joe Random standing in now. 154 home runs to his credit. Joe Random almost has 400 hits in a season. Up the middle, off of the pitcher Larson. That's going to be an infield single for Joe Random, and it's first and third with nobody out. And that'll be Random's 52nd game consecutively hitting. So anyway, the national broadcast for the Pirates will start in the third game of this series out of four when Joe Random looks to hit 400 hits. The national broadcasters will be here for that as well. Here's Mike Anders standing in now with runners in the corners, only one out. Guy you want at the plate, big run producer for these Pittsburgh Pirates. Larson picks, or attempts to pick off Joe Random at first, but can't do it. Rain is pouring here in Chicago. Kicking the pitch from Larson, Random stays, and it's ball one to Ganders. As we told you earlier, Ganders is batting .301 on the year now. He was in the 290s for most of the year until yesterday. Random decides to go. Pitch to called strike, throw down to second is non-existent as the catcher holds the ball. It's a stolen base for Random. Here's Darren Ruff, 2 outs. Pirates already up 1-0 over their rival Chicago Cubs. Ruff batting .333, but he's only had few at-bats this year. Strike called on the lower half of the plate, 0-1. See Ricky Holiday, the home plate umpire tonight for this game, and then the rest of them are there on your screen. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1-0 Pittsburgh. Here's the pitch.
Ball that's outside.
Just misses outside to Ruff, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes.
Ball, that's just out.
And the umpire's ball 2. As it's now 2-1. Top first, runner on third, 1-0 Pittsburgh. 2-1 count, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Here's Larson's pitch on the way. In the dirt, count moves now 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's count for Ruff, 3-1. Kicking the pitch from Chris Larson on the mound.
That's out. Ball 4.
Ball 4, and Ruff works out a walk. So now it's first and third with 2 gone. That'll bring up Theo Dunning. Getting a start at third base tonight. Hasn't seen much playing time as of recently. As you see there, though, a much better hitter on the road than at PNC Park in his at-bats during the year. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. And the pitch from Larson.
Ball.
Down outside, it's 1-0. 2 outs, runners on the corners. 1-0 in favor of Pittsburgh. Here's the pitch from Larson on the way. Swung at and missed by Theo Dunning. Count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. It's looking to capitalize on an early opportunity.
I got the count 1 and 2.
Check swing, but the umpire says he went around, and it's now 1-2. Theo Dunning against Chris Larson. Here's the 0-2 pitch. 1-2 pitch, excuse me, on the way. Chopped on the ground to first. It gets past the first baseman into right field. Random scores easily. Ruff stops at second. I don't know what they're going to score that, but he gets an RBI nonetheless. It's 2-0 Pittsburgh. Edgar Gutierrez stands in now, the center fielder for the Cubs. 0 for 1 tonight. But he did walk and score a run in this game so far. 2-2 pitch on the way. Grounded to Joe Random over there at second base. He throws over to first in time, and the inning comes to a close. But the Pirates lose their lead. It's now 4-2 as we head to the third inning. Standing in now is Joe Random, who singled in his first plate appearance.
Joe Random.
Random just continues to have his average spike this year. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit for Random. He's 2 for 2 tonight. And he's going to try to swipe second. Here's the throw. It is late. And Random slides in with a 1-out double.
Now batting, number 41.
Yeah, that's just a nice little hustle there by Random. Gutierrez was not expecting him to turn and run to second, but he does, and that's Joe Random for you. Stealing an extra base. So 1 out. Here's Mike Yanders. Random trying to go to third. Strike, throw down to third is in time. Random Scott trying to steal third. 2 outs here in the inning. Yeah, I mean, not a great jump. And really, he was just asking to get thrown out there. I don't know why you do that, especially when you're down by 2. But he's out nonetheless. Count him 2 outs. Here's Jonathan Cedeno now. He's 0 for 1, popped out in the first inning. 1 out, runner on first base for the Cubs. They're still up 4-2. Pirates are in double play, death on the infield. Kick and the pitch coming. Runner decides to steal. Throw down to second is not in time, and yet another stolen base. Let up by Doug Grayson behind the plate. Again, not a great jump by the runners, but look at Grayson. Look, he pauses, then fires to second. No good. You'll never throw out any runners like that. Joe Random standing in again as the Pirates have tied the game now 4 apiece here in the top of the 4th inning. Runners on the corners now for Random, but there are 2 outs in the inning. Random already having a good night. See if he can make it better. Here's the pitch. Swung on to right, line drive, and off of that big scoreboard in right field. A 3-run home run for Joe Random, and it is now 7-4 in favor of Pittsburgh. Yeah, not where you want to miss your spot in this situation. Joe Random just absolutely tagged that baseball into the right field bleachers, and again, off that scoreboard as you saw. That's absolutely incredible. Just watch this. Right down the middle. Can't leave that pitch there. Pirates lead it once again. Here's Freddie Goff standing in now, who is he's 1 for 1 with a single. Also scored a run in this one so far. Cubs looking for an answer after they gave up the lead in the top half of the inning. Set position by the pitcher at the letters. Here's the pitch. Grounded softly to Joe Random. He'll backhand the ball, fire over to first, and he'll get the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 9.
Danny Nakamura stands in now, 1 out in the inning. This guy's 1 for 2 tonight. He singled, also scored a run in this game so far. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch to Nakamura. Ground ball toward the middle. Joe Random will run over, backhand it, fire to first, and they'll get out number 2. So 2 quick outs by the Pirates. Here is Joe Random, as we'll flash you back to the top of the 4th inning. This was a 3-run bomb off that scoreboard in right field that gave the Pirates the 7-4 lead that they had at the time. And now they're only down 7-5. The Cubs are, I should say, as the Cubs will choose to intentionally walk Joe Random. So Random was intentionally walked. Then the Pirates end up scoring a run when Mike Anders
Right fielder.
got on base. Now there's 2 outs. Random's on second. Top 6, that'll bring up Darren Ruff,
Ball, that's out.
who takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Kicking the pitch. Line foul behind the seats. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. And that will find the knees for strike 2. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Pittsburgh taking their swings against the Chicago Cubs. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss from Darren Ruff, and the inning comes to a close. Pirates get another run. They lead it 8-5 here in the rainy Chicago. Freddie Goff stands in now. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Singled and scored a run earlier in the game. He's 1 for 2. He's got runners on first and second and nobody out yet here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kick and the pitch. Swung on, grounded to shortstop. Backhanded by Mike Anders. They get 1 at second, and Random throws it into the dugout. That will allow a run to score, and it's now 8-6. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Random here. Not a real bad slide by the guy. He got out of the way in time, just throws it away. Oscar Ramirez stands in now. He hit a grand slam back in the 1st inning. Big offensive blow for the Pirates in this one. He's got runners on first and second. 1 out here in the 6th. Grounded to third. He likes to go to second for 1. On to first, 2. And this time the Pirates turn to get out of the inning. So a 5-4-3 double play will go to the 7th. It's 8-7 Pittsburgh. Jonathan Cedeno stands in now. He's 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled and scored earlier in the game. He's got a runner on first and a full count with nobody out. Kicking the pitch on the way. Swung on, grounded to third. 5, 4, 3. They turn to a double play. 2 outs.
Third baseman, number 48.
Another 5-4-3 double play by Pittsburgh here. A nice job there. Field that ball. Give a nice calm throw over to second. And a nice turn by Random. Joe Random stands in. Now it's 9-8 in favor of Pittsburgh. This has been quite a seesaw game to this point. Random needs a triple to hit for the cycle. So let's see what happens here. Well, he chops it in front of the plate. Could be a tough play, but the play will be made. The runner advances to second, though, and Random is retired for the first time tonight.
Number 41.
Freddie Goff stands in now. He is the final chance for the Chicago Cubs. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pirates are only up by 1. It's 9-8. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to Joe Random. He fields it cleanly. Fires to first in time, and the game is over. The Pirates come on top of their division rival Cubs by a final score of 9-8. Quite a seesaw game, but ultimately the Pirates prevail as they have all season. Yeah, just a great job by the entire offense. Joe Random almost hits for the cycle. Mike Anders had 3 RBIs on the night. Really just a great job by the entire team. So you see Craig Kimbrell gets the win as he pitched an inning, and Trevor Cahill gets the loss in this one. Oscar Ramirez with that big grand slam in the game. Joe Random goes 3 for 4 on the day. And tonight's player of the game, Joe Random, will go down to him now. Joe Random, our player of the game tonight, again was a triple shy of the cycle. Had a lot of RBIs in this one. 3, in fact, on this home run that you're seeing on replay right now. He had a monstrous day at the plate, 3 for 4. He really put an emphasis on the season or the series opener tonight, and he's our player of the game. Well, fans, thank you for watching. My name's Jipler saying so long here from MLB The Show 16. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Game 2 of the 4-game series, and then the next 2 games, if necessary, will be on national television as Joe Random looks for his 400th hit of the season. Once again, final score, Pittsburgh prevails over Chicago 9-8. We'll see you tomorrow.